Now I'm going to reveal to you one of the biggest property opportunities of 2024, which no one is talking about. Now if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. We put out plenty of new content each and every week, all designed to keep you up to date and on top of your property investing game. Now you're going to like this. I'm going to share with you an opportunity that I'm not hearing anyone else talk about. You may have heard me talk about the beauty and the opportunity of commercial to residential conversions. Now, plenty of commercial buildings are becoming defunct right now. You've got banks and betting shops. They're all closing down, and they're all decent properties to be converting to other uses. You've got department stores shutting down. You've got all of that, and we've talked about that previously. So what's another type of commercial building that will be shutting down in 2024? Well, 2024, we are going to see a general election. I think by law, they've got to have a general election by January 2025, and governments are exceptionally unpopular if they decide to have one at Christmas time. So the likelihood is that there's going to be a general election at some point in 2024. Now, by the looks of the polls, the opinion polls, it doesn't look like the Conservatives are going to do too well in this next election. They're likely to see the largest loss of seats they've ever had. Now, each member of Parliament normally has a parliamentary constituency office. And that's where they do their parliamentary business and all that jazz. And of course, if the local MP loses their seat at an election, then they don't need that office space anymore. Now, this strategy first came on my radar in the midst of the Matt Hancock affair scandal right in the middle of COVID. If you remember this article from The Sun when he was exposed, breaking his own proximity rules on, what was that called, social distancing and all of that. And, you know, he was having whatever it was with his aide or whatever it was. But anyway, he had to resign, and that happened, that affair scandal happened right in the middle of the Amersham and Chesham by-election. Now, of course, that didn't do well for Conservative popularity. Amersham and Chesham was a safe Tory seat. It had been a Tory seat for the last 18 years preceding. And they had this building here as their parliamentary constituency office. It was a big old space above this shop. The Conservatives have been there for a long, long time. But after the Lib Dems won the local by-election, this space became defunct. So obviously the owner of this building was wondering what to do. They'd had a tenant in the shop below, but the offices above have now become vacant for the first time in 18 years. There's no rent coming in. What's he going to do? And that's when we actually stepped in and bought this property. So thank you very much, Matt Hancock, for making that happen. Now, of course, under permitted development rules, you are permitted to convert defunct commercial spaces into residential use under a very light touch planning system. So we got permission to convert the former parliamentary constituency office for the Conservative Party in Amersham and Chesham into 4 one-bedroom flats. So if you're liking this content, of course, smash that like button. And in the comments below, tell me whether you've looked at your local Conservative Party constituency office. Is it nice? Does it look the part? Do you think you can make some decent flats out of it if you were to get your hands on it? But not all Conservative parliamentary offices are that attractive, I guess. Here's the office of recently suspended Peter Bone MP in Wellingborough. And that will need a little bit of a makeover to make it somehow attractive. Now, of course, many MP parliamentary constituency office buildings are in offices above shops. And if your local MP is about to get dethroned and their building looks interesting, I've created this video before, which you may want to watch, what to look for when evaluating shops and uppers. So take a watch of that one. And of course, there are only a few hundred MPs, and you may not be in an area where their parliamentary constituency office is right for you. But I'll tell you something, thousands and thousands of bank branches up and down the country are shutting. By 2028, I don't think there'll be any left, quite frankly. And what we've done is we've produced a list of over 500 plus bank branches that are shutting down just in the next 18 months. And we're making that available to you guys for absolutely free. You can get that list as a download. You can see exactly where those bank branches are, and you can identify whether they are ripe for converting to alternative uses. So that's in the link you can see on the screen, and it's in the description below. Don't go away without subscribing and hitting the bell icon, and see you guys in the next video. The Baker Street Property Meet is the UK's largest and #1 property investors networking event. The property market is going through monumental change right now, and at Baker Street Property Meet we aim to keep you up to date with the latest tips and tricks and insider tactics to help you keep on top of your property investing game and succeed in these troubled economic times. The Baker Street Property Meet is fundamentally about networking, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And at Baker Street we aim to connect you with the people to make your property journey a monumental success. There's no better place to be to further your property investment journey than the Baker Street Property Meet. So make sure you're here, you're connecting with myself and Andrew Roberts, our expert guest speakers, and 300 passionate property people each and every month. See you at the next meet. Get your spot at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com.